This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, remember when the Red Sox got their bleeps handed to them a couple of nights ago in Tampa, Florida against the Rays? Either do I. Red Sox even up the series with a victory in Game 2 on Tuesday. Sean Newcomb, Greg Weissert, wow, Garrett, Whitlock, and Justin Slaten slammed the door. Have I ever mentioned I love 1-0 games? Well, the Red Sox gave us one of those on Wednesday as they take 2 out of 3 in the series. Now go home for an off day, a much-deserved off day on Thursday. And then they open up a 7-game homestand against the White Sox on Friday. Perhaps revenge on their mind. We welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, Major League Baseball on ESPN Radio, college baseball on the ESPN networks, Longhorn Network, ACC Network, SEC Network. 10 years in the minors, national show host, ESPN Radio, satellite radio, and a guy with a dangerous amount of useless baseball information. You are locked on with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, providing reaction to every Red Sox game all season long. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel on this Wednesday, join the conversation. We do want to hear from you. We're going to talk about Sean Newcomb. And not only Newcomb 4 2/3 innings scoreless, but the bullpen scoreless baseball as Weissert, Whitlock, and Slaten were all terrific. Again, we want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers with us on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed. We encourage you to join the conversation via the X, formerly known as Twitter. Follow me at Lennox on Baseball with questions, comments, or concerns. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create your account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off on your first purchase. So Alex Bregman, 5 hits, first career 5-hit game at the big league level in Game 2 of the series on Tuesday night. Bregman away from the team right now, paternity leave, could be back as early as Friday, may see him over the weekend. That's fine. Red Sox offense, not a whole heck of a lot going on, right? 1-0 ball game. Have I ever mentioned to you that I love 1-0 ball games? For a lot of you, I think I have.
This is what you'll be talking about.
So all of a sudden, the Red Sox have won 2 in a row, 3 of 4. They've won the series finale in 5 straight series. Now, granted, in a couple of them, think Blue Jays, think White Sox on the South Side last weekend, where they had to win the finale in order to avoid being swept. But the Red Sox, an impressive win, almost a complete game effort with offense, pitching, and defense, timely hitting. Did struggle again with runners in scoring position Tuesday night. But Wednesday, slimmest of margins, 1-0 ball game. And the only offense coming from David Hamilton. Yes, David Hamilton, who entered the game, hitless in his previous 12 at-bats. And yes, David Hamilton, 1 for 21 to open up the season? Well, Hamilton had to feel good. A 2-strike home run down the right field line, 327 feet down the right field line. We're told that Steinbrenner Field has the same dimensions as Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Well, you go to Baseball Savant after the Hamilton home run, and you learn that that ballpark was out in Tampa, Florida Wednesday night, and no other big league parks. Not sure how that's true if the dimensions are exactly the same. A lot of fly balls, and listening to the game, the entire game on radio with Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks, fly balls, they said during batting practice, fly balls were just jumping out of the ballpark. I worked many years in minor league baseball. I worked in the Carolina League, so from Wilmington, Delaware, all the way down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. BP at 5:15 for the visiting teams in most ballparks, there's still a breeze. But for some reason, and somebody told me once, hey, you don't have that third deck, that wind will die down early evening. Seemed like that was the case. There were some balls that Will Fleming thought, believe they were going to leave the yard for both sides during the game. Then in the 9th inning, as Slaten is on the mound, first ball to center field, and you're thinking, oh no, it's going out. But Will Fleming calls it as a routine fly ball, basically. But Hamilton, the home run. Nitpicking, I'm not going to nitpick with Alex Cora. Bottom of the 5th inning, Newcomb has not gone 5 innings yet this season as a starter in 4 starts. The Sox are now 2-2 in his 4 outings. But Newcomb did his job. Leadoff walk in the bottom of the first inning to Yandy Diaz, you're thinking, oh no. Threw at least 6 pitches in the at-bat, but Newcomb did a nice job. Meade, fly ball, Caminero, base hit, first and second, 1 out. And again, you're thinking, oh no, here we go. Newcomb's going to give up runs in the first inning. Previous 3 outings allowing 4 earned runs. But he got the next 2 batters, struck out Caballero to end the inning, leaving 2 runners on base. In the second, retiring 5 in a row as he retired the side 1-2-3. But Newcomb in the 5th inning walks Jansen, the leadoff man. Morel retired on a fly ball to Cedon Rafael in center field. And then you've got Mangum with a single, first and second, 1 out. Walls strikes out against Sean Newcomb, and that's it. Alex Cora out of the dugout. Alex Cora knows better than me. Greg Weissert comes on, facing Yandy Diaz in a big situation, strikes him out, leaves 2 runners on base. So Newcomb does not go the needed 5 innings to register and qualify for the victory, but he did a terrific job. And Weissert, Whitlock, and Slaten, outstanding. Let's get to you. With us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, we want to hear from you. We heard from you 2 nights ago when they took the 16-1 drubbing. Fewer comments on Tuesday with a victory. I'm not saying the Red Sox have righted the ship, but this is another step forward. My theme, 1 step forward, do not take 2 steps back. They won the middle game of the series. They win the finale and win the series on Wednesday. Now go home and take 3 out of 4 from the White Sox. And you know what? If you got them down at some point, kick dirt in their face. Remember what happened last weekend. Comments we go. Again, if you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, join the conversation. Participation is a must. So join us. If you've never joined us before, your voice isn't on there. I'm reading your comments. Plain and simple. Geez World. How about that Narvaez throw down to first in the 4th inning? On the money. Then that throw down to second to get him. And that was great to see. Narvaez, the bat is gravy. And he started off hitting pretty well. Geez World, appreciate you checking in. But you need defense behind the plate with Carlos Narvaez. Absolute must. And Blake Sabol may not be with the Red Sox on Friday. We'll see. We will see. But Narvaez right now is your number 1 catcher. I did read a positive report on Wednesday about Connor Wong, where Alex Cora was talking to the media. I believe it was Tuesday, where, hey, he's starting to do some catching drills. So fracture pinky on the glove hand, catcher's interference, I think it was, that landed him on the IL. But he could be back. And remember, Yasmani Grandal has been signed. He's now a AAA. He's not on the 40-man roster. You don't have to put him on the 40-man roster until you make a decision to promote him to the big leagues. Swagoo. Huge to get a series win. It really is. Especially against a Rays team. You're playing at a minor league ballpark or a spring training facility, home of the Yankees during spring training. And the Rays owned the Red Sox at Fenway last year. So to take a series against an AL East team this early on in the season, the Red Sox do not go back. And the Rays have the schedule front-loaded, home games in Tampa, April, May, on the road a lot in the summer months. And the Red Sox do not go back to Tampa until September. So that actually, I think, could benefit the Red Sox in the sense of you don't have to be there in the brutal heat of the summer months, which is probably right around the corner. Right? And you also don't, hey, it could rain in September. They're in an outdoor facility now because Tropicana Field is not in good shape. And with that, you don't have to endure long, rain delays. You get those showers in Florida, and if you don't like the weather in Florida, wait 10 minutes and it'll change. Red Sox don't have to go back and face the Rays again in Tampa until September. I think that could be advantageous. Geez World. Absolutely, Swagoo. Much needed. Now let's hope we can beat the White Sox like we really should. Let's go. Swagoo. Yeah, sure, at G's. You guys are going back and forth now. Making the introduction. Love it. Take 3 out of 4, and you're feeling better. This is back and forth. Swagoo and G's World all the way through. Welcome to the show. Guys, take over. I kid. Good win for the Sox. In a 1-0 game, again, if I've never mentioned to you that I love 1-0 games, I will again right now. But that 8th and 9th inning, it's not dicey, but all of a sudden you're kind of thinking. We're going to hear from Andrew the Goat in just a moment. But you're thinking one swing of the bat can tie it up. They get a runner on base. They got the go-ahead run at the plate. But the bullpen that we'll touch on in segment number 2, outstanding. Gotta love how David Hamilton's going to feel going on the plane tonight as he delivers the only run of the game with a home run. Terrific. Because, again, he got off to a slow start. Andrew the Goat, really good win by the Sox tonight. Yeah. Again, observing that it is. So you've won 2 in a row. You've won the series. You've won 3 out of 4. Build on it. This is a stretch right now wherein, after Patriots Day Monday, Mariners come to town, you wrap up the homestand, you want to say that this team is on a roll. And there's a lot of moving parts right now with the Red Sox. Liam Hendriks, who I'm going to touch on a little bit later on, just in case you missed it, pitched in Hartford, Connecticut, just up the road from where I live in Connecticut, up I-91 on Wednesday night. I believe he pitched. Brian Bayo also pitched. Bayo, next time he pitches, should be early next week in the Seattle series at home at Fenway. Lucas Giolito could be another start, at least one more start away. Told Alex Cora, and Alex Cora complimented Lucas Giolito, saying, hey, I'm not quite there yet, and complimented him for his honesty. Not there yet. Not ready to pitch in the big leagues. So keep getting hitters out and keep working on things in the minor leagues. Nothing wrong with that. So you have Bregman coming back, Nick Sogard up from the minors. There's going to be a lot of moving parts here in the coming days. Speaking of transactions, just happened to go to the Red Sox official redsox.com website, and I went to transaction to see if Sogard was official earlier in the day. And yesterday on the transaction, every player on the active roster, Tristan Casas has changed his number to 42. Alex Bregman has changed his number to 42. Walker Buehler has changed his number to 42. Today, all the Red Sox players on their transactions page, yesterday, the anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking baseball's color barrier in 1947, everyone around baseball wearing 42. Today on the transaction page for the Red Sox, it came back and said, hey, everyone back to their original numbers. And it listed every single player. You had to scroll through. Not a lot of hits, but a 1-0 victory. Second shutout win of the season, second combined effort for the Red Sox, and smile on our faces, ear to ear right now. Because as bad as it was through 18, you're now at 500. You've got 2 road trips and 4 cities and 4 road series already off your schedule. That's also a positive early on for the Red Sox. I'm a glass half full guy right now for the Red Sox, and I love the fact that the bullpen, Sean Newcomb doesn't pick up the win, but the team does with him on the making the start on the bump, and he was solid. Got you into the 5th inning. Could he have gotten that final out? I don't know that you want to find out in that situation. Alex Cora made the move. That was the right move. Bring in Weissert, and Weissert took care of business. The bullpen, and in case you missed it, we do it on occasion, and we're going to do it again. The at-bat of the night. Was it David Hamilton's home run, or am I thinking something else? Guess what? I'm thinking something else. More to come. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Glad you're with us. Not that the Red Sox winning every day or losing every day brightens or dampens my mood, but this is a great victory to go home on. Absolutely a great victory. Locked On Red Sox postcast, Locked On Red Sox, part of the Locked On Sports Network, your team every day. We are presented by PrizePicks. Let's get the right graphic up there. Hey, basketball, hockey playoffs heating up. No better place to turn your sports knowledge into real rewards than with PrizePicks. The easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy. With PrizePicks, you simply pick more or less on at least 2 player projections, and you're in. You can even combine players across sports, basketball, hockey, baseball, more for your share and your chance to win up to 2,000 times your cash. PrizePicks. Hey, you might be thinking right now that you're going to pick what you're going to pick this week. You might be picking Luka Doncic to go for more than 28 points. You might be thinking Jason Tatum more than 8 rebounds. Hockey, maybe you're thinking Connor McDavid is going to go for a goal, or Austin Matthews is going to go for more than 5 shots on goal. Hey, you're going to love it. And with PrizePicks, you're going to love how easy it is to set up your lineup. You can do it in under 60 seconds. PrizePicks even runs cool promos like Taco Tuesday, where they discount player projections up to 25% for even more value. and payouts are fast, safe, and secure. Download the app today. Use code LOCKEDONMLB. $50 off instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Again, code LOCKEDONMLB. $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Locked On Red Sox postcast also presented by Game Time. Nothing better than catching a Major League Baseball game live. The crack of the bat, roar of the crowd, smell of the ballpark food, and if you're looking to go last minute, Game Time makes getting tickets easier than ever. With last-minute deals, all-in pricing, and the lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the stress out of buying MLB tickets. Plus, ticket prices drop as Game Time gets closer, meaning you can score an incredible deal. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On Sports, and as the Red Sox get ready for their upcoming homestand at Fenway, you can count on them to help grab tickets to meet your needs. You might be looking for last-minute tickets for a game, and Game Time has unbeatable prices, which means more money for food and merch at the ballpark. The Game Time pick feature, what is that, you may be asking? Well, it makes finding the best deal effortless. It filters out all your fluff and highlights the top discounts at the ballpark. With the seat view before you buy, you are going to love that you can preview your exact seat before purchasing. So, no bad surprises when you get to the ballpark, when you get to Fenway, when you get to TD Garden. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create your account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off on your first purchase. Again, terms apply. Create your account. Redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute ticket prices, last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Yes, again, visit Game Time. Use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off on your first purchase. Game Time app, last-minute tickets, lowest prices are guaranteed. Sox take it. Bullpen outstanding. Sean Newcomb doesn't pick up a victory. That's okay. The team won the ball game. Bob checking in. Pitching did it. Lethargic offense goes Sox. Bob, thanks for checking in. Yeah, not a whole heck of a lot of offense. But my at-bat of the night is not Hamilton's home run, but it did account, yes, for the only run of the ball game. But it was on the pitching side for the Red Sox in this one. And I'll get to it here in just a moment. Fourth inning, G's World, I think, was Morel was cut down for the third out on a stolen base attempt. But, yeah, Weissert. I'm going to give it to Weissert. At-bat of the game, facing Yandy Diaz. Dangerous hitter. Led off the series. Led off the home first inning Monday night with a home run first pitch that he saw from Tanner Houck. But Weissert came in from the bullpen, got the final out, and that turned out to be, for me, my at-bat of the night. Let's get into the bullpen, guys, because, again, Weissert really got it going. And Will Middlebrooks was just using filthy and all sorts of words to describe the relievers tonight. Everything moving. Weissert, inning and a third. 3 strikeouts. Garrett Whitlock, a hit allowed in 2 scoreless innings, 4 strikeouts, 13 pitches combined for Newcomb, Weissert, Whitlock, and Slaten. And then Slaten takes the mound in the 9th inning. Will Fleming's mentioning that he's kind of talking to himself out there. And Will Middlebrooks says something along the lines of, it's something about guys when they take over that closer role, they almost become psychopaths. Well, Slaten got the job done, his second save of the season. And like Aroldis Chapman in game 2 of the series, love the fact that they put the fires out, right? And Slaten, all business. Retired all 3 batters that he faced in that bottom half of the 9th inning in a 1-run game. Whitlock in the 8th inning allows a base runner. And he did allow 1 base hit in his outing. But once you get one guy on in a 1-run ball game, bring the go-ahead run to the plate, 1 swing of the bat, and, I mean, we heard it throughout the course of the series, no lead is safe. Well, a 1-0 lead safe for the Red Sox on Wednesday night because of Newcomb, Weissert, Whitlock, and Slaten. That cannot be emphasized enough. Those guys were just outstanding overall. Swaggo and G's World continue going back and forth. Appreciate that, gentlemen. But again, the pitching, just terrific. And you run with it. So Hamilton, the home run, accounting for the only run of the game. And how about a milestone for Rafael Devers, playing in his 1,000th career game with the Red Sox? Just the 31st player to do it. And that brought up good conversation during the game with Will Fleming. I know I'm going Will and Will, but I really did enjoy listening to them. And not having the distraction, I was paying attention with my ears tonight. I really was. TV, baseball on TV, it lends itself sometimes to just look away and just listen, and you're waiting for that big moment. Radio, I was really intent. And they were talking, history of baseball gives you time to have conversations. And Will Middlebrooks and Will Fleming were talking about Ted Williams. They got into talking about David Ortiz and how David Ortiz played in almost 2,000 games with the Red Sox. But Will Middlebrooks shared a story, and Will Fleming was right there too, of a secondhand story of Big Papi would be in the clubhouse, apparently. I've never heard this before. He'd be in the clubhouse on the phone, put the phone down, not hang up and say, hey, I got to go focus on something. But he put the phone down. The person would wait. He'd come back. Hey, I'm back. Oh, what'd you do? I homered. That was outstanding. But that conversation lent itself because, again, Rafael Devers reaching a career milestone, his 1,000th career game with the Boston Red Sox. And at a very young age still. He got there in a hurry. But remember, he started his career off when he was very young. Numbers of the night, got a handful. Hey, the Red Sox, a home run accounting for the only run of the game. Have I mentioned that so far? Now the Red Sox all of a sudden are hitting home runs. Yes. How about this? One run now for the 6th time this year, but the one run, they made it hold up. Homering now in 4 straight games after not homering in 6 straight games. Take that and run with it. And the Red Sox now their 4th win in their last 10 after winning 5 in a row. And Trevor Story at the plate, moving up in the lineup just a little bit. Story on the night, Story with a little hitting streak, and that hitting streak coming to an end, going 0 for 3 with a walk. Hit streak is over at 6 in a row. So the Red Sox pick up the victory. And now 500. Are the Red Sox going to be below 500 again this season? At 10-10, 20 games in, I really don't want to see it. I don't want to see the Red Sox a game under 500 again this season. Should be able to build on this. In case you missed it, that's what we're going to wrap up with because this was a great one. Saw it on social media. Again, Brian Bayo in Hartford, Connecticut with the Portland Sea Dogs on Wednesday. Hopefully what is his final tune-up and final rehab appearance. But Liam Hendricks was also with the AA Portland club. Liam Hendricks on Wednesday rented out a food truck. Rented out a food truck in Hartford, Connecticut. Dunkin' Donuts Park. If you're in the Northeast, you haven't been to that ballpark, go. It's terrific. But he rented out the food truck for the entire Portland team. Whatever they want, it was on him. Liam Hendricks, Outback is big in the minor leagues. When guys go down on rehab assignments, usually they're picking up the tab for a night or two, and it's great. Because no matter if minor league guys are getting paid present day better than back in the day, those meals from big leaguers are appreciated, and they're certainly welcome with open arms. But Liam Hendricks not only purchased or rented out the food truck, taking care of the tab for the Portland Sea Dogs, he also did it for all of the players and I believe staff for the Hartford Yard Goats in terms of on-field personnel, and then everyone that worked at the ballpark as well. Front office, I think game day staff as well. Liam Hendricks, tip our cap to you. Hey, we're not on board on Thursday. We're going to have a deserved day off, just like the Red Sox, as they take 2 out of 3 in the series. Again, take 2 out of 3 against the Rays in the first series of the season between the two teams. As always, this is a reminder as well. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day. For your second listen, and I'm going to be on this show starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We've been on now, I think, tomorrow will be our 2-week anniversary, but we encourage you to check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night, every game, every night, all season long. Analysis nationwide, across the board. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts as well. Again, I'm going to be on board with Lindsey Crosby from Atlanta, covers the Braves for Locked On. We'll be on board on Thursday night. Tonight, you've got John Frisch from California, and Jake Riepma as well. Red Sox pick up the win. As always, we acknowledge you. Thank you for being on board with us. We love it. And we do appreciate it every single time you jump on board with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. And always, we want to acknowledge our sponsors as well, Game Time and Prize Picks. Locked On Red Sox, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.